The introduction. Do you want to have an extra great figure? Then lose that extra weight instead. If by chance you are now reading this ebook, then cheer up and better gear up your loin. You are just in time for the right realization of your dream. This is the genie that will make a wish of having a wow body be made to a reality. This ebook is designed to help the reader achieve the ideal body weight by losing the extra unwanted weight in a healthy way. This ebook made a compilation on the best possible means and mode that has been proven effective for years already from different scientific breakthroughs, with the most effective and safe way to lose weight focusing on the needs and aspects of a woman as a gender. The details and ways of weight loss techniques found in this ebook, which has been proven for several years with different experts behind it. As a saying goes, experience makes a best teacher. Truly the same holds true. In this ebook, different real-life experiences and testimonials are made available. The truth on the most effective ways and means to trim and extra flab and fats is being exposed in this ebook. This ebook will carefully and effectively teach you on how to cut down on extra fats and weight at a desired pacing and timing, without compromising overall and specific health state and condition of a person or a woman whose goal is to have a desirable weight and attractive fit body and physique. As weight gain is most likely to be associated and attributed to food intake and food quality, it is not just as plain and simple as cutting down or limiting food intake as a way and solution to weight gain. Other consideration should be looked into as well. Food is never bad. In fact, it is the ultimate fuel of the human body. Like in any case, moderation of anything that is taken into the body would always be the basic rule. The amount or quantity, as well as the quality of food taken in by the body, are the considerations that would really matter most. Binging on food would be most likely the major cause of obesity and weight gain, especially amongst women, as food binging would be the most common tendency and a form of immediate self-gratification, most specifically in women who are so engrossed with work or career. Being so busy with a task or job would most likely cause a person to skip meals, then overeat after, as a form of compensation for the missed meal. Stress and overwork preoccupation would be the major culprit and contributing factor for weight gain and obesity, as one's mind gets so engrossed with work. The tendency of a person would then be to forget what goes inside the mouth and how often one goes also. Due to stress as well, a person would commonly retire to bed or throw oneself in the couch for good movie marathon with bunch of popcorn or curls as a reward for a whole tiring day. This would also be a cause for a person's inactivity and lack of physical exercise. As a consequence of such, the weight of a person increases. Weight gain may not be sudden or abrupt to some, but may also be surprisingly fast and noticeable amongst other women. This specific behavior would become a routine, and habit then could later be a lifestyle to most of the career women in this case. On the later, you would already be surprised with your vital statistics, which have all one up. The once sexy Coca-Cola bottle curve and shape has now turned to a Coke in can shape. For sure, with all of these attributes, not only as physical change, which can be observed, but most significantly a change in health status or condition would be noticed. You would now see the remarkable change in your health state, and much worse, you might end up suffering from an illness or a debilitating heart complication problem out from a sedentary and unhealthy lifestyle. You still have time to work on those extra pounds. Now, as you may notice the remarkable difference in your weight and how you look, and as well how you feel with your own body and health for sure, would be awaken with these loud alarms. You now realize the need to lose weight and regain your health status as well. Most commonly, one would feel and experience minor health problems as an implication of sudden weight gain. Other people who suddenly gained large amount of weight would commonly complain of discomfort, uneasiness, sudden shortness of breath, usually preceding an activity, feeling of depression, and the worst would be isolation of oneself coming from low self-esteem and self-confidence due to altered self-image that is brought about by undesirable physical change with weight gain. The worst thing or scenario in gaining weight would be heart complications. Heart problems would just surprise one and would often attack one off-guarded. The prevailing and disturbing issues would cause need to confide and ask the advice of a doctor or a professional health specialist. This time, the doctor or the health professional would first address weight gain problem and issue through a weight loss regimen or program. Definitely, getting into a right diet and proper exercise would not be an easy task at all. In fact, it is even the most difficult and the most challenging part. This holds true most especially with women who are career-oriented and would most often spend their time working. Time is a valuable and precious thing that a woman should battle for. This ebook will help women to decide on what diet or weight loss program to pursue that would best suit one without compromising on quality time spent with work and life, and at the same time, gearing to the goal of maintaining physically fitness and optimum health all at once. This ebook will help you not just by helping you obtain your most desired weight, but at the same time, help you live a healthy lifestyle. The most common reasons why one is not losing weight as intended. You must be annoyed and probably feel disappointed after all the effort exerted just to lose weight, and still no remarkable effects are being seen and felt. Do not get impatient and give up right away. Try to reassess and check if you are making the right steps correctly or not. Try to sort the possible things which could have contributed to such dilemma. Also, try to examine if you are just overwhelmed and may have gotten things too fast. It is important that you should really have the thorough understanding and knowledge as to where you are in your diet regimen and program. Also, know your strengths and weaknesses, because in this way, you will be able to improve and do something about your weaknesses. In this phase, it is also important to know if you are doing the details of the diet program or exercise correctly, and as prescribes and expected from you. These specific areas for assessment and questions would lead you to the right answers and would help you decide as whether or not you should continue the program that you are currently engaged into. This ebook will help you thoroughly understand the possible reasons on why things did not turn out to be the way you expected things to be with your diet regimen. Why does it seem that all your efforts in dieting are deemed ineffective? You could consider the following reasons. Most probably your diet program does not perfectly and rightfully suit you and your specific needs. You should bear in mind that every person has different needs. One mode of dieting may perfectly be effective to others and may not hold true to be effective with you. It may not be as what another woman would claim that's effective with them. Physical exercise is a very important element in losing weight. If you would really want to effectively burn those extra calories, then you have to get into your feet and find the right exercise program that would perfectly suit and fit you and your needs in losing weight. Also, you should make sure that you are doing it regularly as well. Cardiovascular exercise is an important form of weight loss exercise. This could help you effectively lose weight if done at least 5 times a week, with at least 30 minutes every day. If you are just a starter, slower your pace or until your body adjusts to it. Another factor which also holds true would be lack of regular sleep. A daily good amount of sleep is very important in pushing through with effective diet and weight loss regimen. When a person lacks the prescribed amount of sleep, the tendency would then be that the person will resort to food binging as to compensate for the lack of sleep. This would be a normal tendency and coping mechanism of the body when deprived of the essential and basic need. The body would increase the production of the appetite hormone called or known as cortisol due to the lack of sleep. It will also be further discussed on the later portion of this ebook. Remember that you should take an 8-hour sleep every day to maintain a healthy and balanced health. Also playing a crucial role in one's diet and appetite would be stress and anxiety. These factors, which are common, are the modern-day culprit of weight gain and obesity. Taking the example, when you are stressed out or feeling anxious, your tendency is to resort on comfort foods, as these would give you immediate feels-good effect. By taking a chocolate bar or sundae from pantry would give you the immediate comfort. This can in turn be a form of a habit and would make you grab for more. Eating sweets and food rich in simple carbohydrates or food high in sugar would tantamount to a sudden and fast weight gain. It would most likely double your pound. It is best advised that when you are caught to be in a stressful and anxious situation, you should simply just take a moment to relax and breathe calmly. You can find in the chapter of this ebook on how to effectively deal and manage stress and anxiety. Overeating is also one of the major culprits in weight gain and obesity. Eating all the calories not needed by the body anymore would in turn be stored as excess fat and pounds in your body. Learning how to manage and control the amount and the quality of food taken in is very important in a weight loss or dieting program. Moderation of whatever is being taken in should be kept in mind all the time. Self-discipline would be an important consideration to control overeating. Eating nutritious food consistently is an issue in weight loss and dieting as well. You should remember that it is not all about the amount and quantity of food taken in the body that would make you gain weight easily. Also, a great factor would also be the quality of food taken in. Though you may eat small amount of food, but would grab a slice of a cake or a scoop of ice cream every after one would make dieting futile. To lose extra pound, self-discipline, and being conscious of what one eats would also be important. These are just some of the common reasons on why one does not get the desired weight or lose the desired amount of pounds given the time. If you feel guilty and feel that you have committed one or more of the stated and enumerated factors, do not lose hope still. This ebook will help you understand thoroughly on how to battle and deal with the proper way of losing weight. This ebook is designed to be easily understood by common readers. There are no jargons or complicated medical terms that would make things hard to understand and complicated for you. This ebook will help you do things right the first time and all the time. Contributing factors on why one does not lose weight. Nobody would want to be labeled as obese or fat, right? In this sense, majority would want to gear and have a desirable body by all means. Any man would aspire for a chiseled chest that would make a head turn for women, and all women would want to have an eye-popping curvy figure, as any man would desire. The ideal weight for a man who is standing 6 inches and 1 centimeter tall should be not more than 180 pounds to be exact, while a woman who stands 5 inches and 6 centimeters tall should not weigh more than 140 pounds. Ideal and as well not easy to be maintained or attained by men and women at all. Because of this, many men and women would commonly take his to the common and known fad on dieting and losing weight. One may enroll into taboo training to eliminate extra fats, and some would be engaged and join belly dancing sessions to desperately get rid of the extra belly fat. What if none of those are working for you? This is where the dilemma comes in. With such a problem, this ebook is made from a compilation of the different effective books for effectively losing weight and proper dieting. This ebook has cited 5 different and most common factors, like the ones found earlier in this ebook, which are the reasons for one who could hardly lose the excess weight and pounds. It is suggested that you have to really read and understand the details discussed and taught in this ebook. The following factors are: 1. Lack of physical exercise. Physical exercise is the most important and essential thing that should be incorporated in one's diet regimen or weight loss program. If you would wish to shed off the extra flab and achieve a desirable body contour and shape, then proper exercise is a must. You really have to sweat out the excess calorie taken into your body. Exercise would be the ultimate way to eliminate extra calorie deposited in your body. A good cardio exercise would be the most common and effective form of exercise. Pacing would vary per individual though. As earlier stated in this ebook, one should consider the pacing of a cardio exercise according to the body's condition and capacity, until such that body will be able to adjust finely with the desired pacing. 2. A lack of sleep. As also previously been discussed in the earlier chapter of this ebook, the lack of a regular and complete sleep is one of the major contributing factors on why one would not effectively lose weight at all. A regular 8-hour sleep every night is needed by the body. There is a tendency that the body would require more amount of food and spend less energy basing from a study with women who sleeps less than 5 hours in a day. 3. Stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety as one of the major factors with ineffective weight loss for women. Stress and anxiety would cause a person to binge in food as an alternative or a way to compensate such. The normal defense mechanism of the body is to eat and resort on comfort food. As the hormone cortisol is being secreted by the body to increase appetite, this would be the reason as to why one would easily get the extra weight over a short period of time. Also associated with stress and anxiety would be the lack of interest for activity. This would also be a reason for a person to gain extra weight resulting from inactivity. 4. Overeating. If one eats a lot, then one would gain weight as a logical reason. It is very important that one should be conscious of what goes inside and how much goes inside the mouth and subsequently into the body. A balanced diet and a nutritious meal are very important. Quality of food intake should not be compromised even when under a diet program. One should be conscious and mindful that the body should still get the desired and right food when even under a diet regimen, as one would control the quantity of food taken in. 5. Inconsistency in exercising and diet. Eating nutritious food consistently is an issue in weight loss and dieting as well. You should remember that it is not all about the amount and quantity of food taken in the body that would make you gain weight easily. Also, a great factor would also be the quality of food taken in. Though you may eat small amount of food, but would grab a slice of a cake or a scoop of ice cream every after one would make dieting futile. To lose extra pound, self-discipline, and being conscious of what one eats would also be important. These are some of the major factors and reasons why one does not get the desired weight or does not lose weight at all. It is not only important to have a fit and curvy body, but as well a much bigger importance and emphasis on a healthy lifestyle as well. Health issues behind weight gain. Weight gain is commonly attributed to food intake. Yes, it is a fact that food can be the most common reason for weight to shoot up, but is not the ultimate truth in all cases. The reason and a consideration why one would have a sudden increase in weight, despite of the tremendous effort being exerted on dieting and exercise. This would be attributed to some underlying health conditions or diseases. There are common health conditions and diseases which are believed to be the reason and culprit of the unceasingly obvious weight gain. The following are the most common health conditions. 1. Hypothyroidism. 2. Food sensitivity. 3. Cushing's syndrome. 4. Postpartum. 5. Organ disease. 6. Prescription drug use. 7. Anxiety. 8. Blood sugar imbalance. 9. Essential fatty acid deficiency. Let us discuss each of the following stated health condition for a thorough understanding and knowledge of these. 1. Hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism is an underlying factor in weight gain, wherein the bodies insufficiently produce the hormone thyroid by the thyroid gland. Thyroid hormone regulates the metabolism in both animals and humans. A deficiency of such hormone in the body would result to slowing down of body's metabolism, though a loss in appetite is being experienced by a person. But ironic to it would still be the significant increase in body weight. Weight gain is brought about by fat deposits associated with fluid retention, caused by protein deposits in the body that would in return increase weight of a person. The most common signs and symptoms experienced by a person with hypothyroidism are the A. Fatigue. B. Lethargy or sleepiness. C. Swelling of the face or around the eyes. D. Dry skin. E. Coarse skin. F. Decreased sweating. G. Poor memory. H. Slow speech. I. Hoarse voice. J. Weakness. K. Headache. L. Intolerance to cold. 2. Food sensitivity. The most common notion and perception for food sensitivity would be allergic reactions following specific food intake. Food allergies do not just cause one to feel itchy and see remarkable physical allergic appearance. One of the effects that food sensitivity would cause would be weight gain. The effect of the allergen taken into the body may not be immediate, the reaction to which may take several minutes or even hours. An overt symptom would right away follow as manifested by swelling and bulging of the body. Weight gain may be observed right after the allergic attack. The following are the signs and symptoms being experienced from food sensitivity. A. Headache. B. Indigestion fatigue. C. Depression. D. Joint pain. E. Canker sore. F. Chronic respiratory symptom. G. Heartburn. 3. Prescription drugs. Research has shown that people who use prescription medicines every day gain large amount of weight. Furthermore, research proved that prescription drugs increase the appetite of a person. In this case, possibility of weight gain is really to be considered. Another prescription drugs which can cause weight gain and increase in appetite would be oral contraceptives in women. Oral contraceptives would cause fluid to be retained in the body. Thus, bloating and increase in weight can be observed. 4. Essential fatty acid deficiency. Deficiency in fatty acids in the body would trigger one to crave for fatty foods. Since the human body needs essential fatty acids for metabolic functions, insufficiency of which will cause the body to compensate. The most common signs and symptoms of a person with essential fatty acids deficiency would be the following. A. Dandruff. B. Dry hair. C. Dry and scaly skin. D. Mouth ulcers. E. Increased susceptibility to infection. F. Poor wound healing. Essential fatty acid deficiency may be associated as well with the following health conditions. A. Arthritis. B. Eczema. C. Heart disease. D. Diabetes. E. Premenstrual syndrome. 5. Cushing's syndrome. Cortisol is an important hormone in the body that is being produced by the adrenal glands. Cushing's syndrome is developed due to an overproduction of cortisol, a hormone, in the adrenal gland. This known health condition causes weight gain to a person very quickly. Fluid retention in the tissues of the body causes this substantial weight gain of a person. People who are suffering from this kind of condition would have the definite characteristic of a moon-shaped face. The following are the definitive signs and symptoms found in the person with Cushing's syndrome. A. Buffalo hump on the neck or shoulders. B. Arms and legs are often not proportion. C. Spots on the face, chest, or shoulder. D. Headaches. E. Back pain. F. Skin darkening on the neck. G. Skin becomes thinner and easily bruised. H. Bruises and scratches, as well as insect bites, take time to heal. I. Reddish-purple stretch marks found in the abdomen, buttocks, arms, legs, or breast. J. In women, menstrual period becomes irregular. K. Frequent urination. L. Feeling of thirst. M. Poor libido or lack of sexual appetite. N. Some psychological problems. In this case, a person who has Cushing's syndrome should consult a professional doctor and ask for a collaborative support and treatment. How to lose weight in 1 week. This ebook will really help women attain a desirable weight in a sure and doable way, as having a great figure would be any woman's desire. A slim and fit figure coupled with great abs would really be head-turning for men. Men would go crazy to see women clad in their seductive and attractive fit figure. True enough in our society today, media and press would make loud on the issue of physical fitness and healthy lifestyle as a need and a form of compulsion. Having and working out on this quality would be an edge of a woman in life. In this chapter of the ebook, losing weight can be easily understood and workable even in just a week. Specific methods will be discussed. It would then be up for the reader if one would consistently do it or not. Thus, the sustainable outcome and effect will also depend on which. But before one gets into action, one of the greatest considerations would be planning. This time you should grab your calendar and start plotting on the specific dates as to when to start with the practice. See the details of how to lose weight in 1 week steps. Sunday. Face that camera, say cheese and shed pounds. Sunday is probably the day that you usually take off. Perhaps going to churches, treating yourself to a shopping spree, or perhaps dining out with your loved ones. If you are on the process of working out to get that great figure, you need to watch out for your diet, though, or perhaps going to the nearest park to relax. You need not to change this routine. Go on with it and enjoy. After all, this is your day off from work. Now, as soon as you come home, though, the first thing that you should do is to get that camera of yours and take a shot of yourself before gobbling up your dinner and another picture as soon as you are done with your meal. You must be wondering as to what the purpose of picture taking is. Well, according to a certain study by Robert A. Carroll's, Ph.D., an associate professor in the psychology department at Bowling Green State University, recording meals may help you lose up to 5% of your weight. Now, those pictures that you have taken can help you with your food diary. It can help you determine the actual amount of food and the type of food that you eat. It is also strongly suggested that you download the pictures you have taken so you will have a record of it. Monday, take that multivitamin. Monday, you might probably be in a rush, taking that early morning shower and gobbling all that calorie-full breakfast. Why not? You must be in a work for hurry, trying to beat that traffic jam unless you leave 10 steps away from your workplace. But wait before you get to absorb in your daily routine just to get yourself to your workplace. What about your diet? Your goal is to get that perfect slim body. Do not forget it, nor take it for granted. Now, to beat this Monday rush, here is what you need to do according to 2 studies in the British Journal of Nutrition. They suggest that taking a daily multivitamin may make you less hungry, and those people who take multivitamin tend to weigh less and have lower body mass index, BMI. So, start your day right. Pop that multivitamins which have 100% recommended daily allowance, RDA, of vitamin and mineral intake. Take note that these vitamins and minerals, chromium, copper, folic acid, iodine, manganese, molybdenum, niacin, pantothenic acid, riboflavin, thiamine, vitamins B6 and B12, and zinc should be in your multivitamin to support the need of your body. Tuesday, burn those calories by speeding up. Tuesday might be a little hectic than Mondays. You have gotten yourself back on track. Now add this to your calendar. Try to wake up a little earlier than you used to do, say an hour before your usual waking up time. Now here is what you need to do on this Tuesday morning. According to Jim Stepani, PhD, author of Encyclopedia of Muscle and Strength, strength training circuit style burns more calories than the traditional way. Apart from great calorie burner, strength training circuit is also perfect for travelers or for people who want to get more done in a short period of time. Now bear in mind that in circuit training, the shorter the rest period between sets, the more calories you blast off. So, what you need to do today is to start that circuit exercise by doing 1 set of 15 reps for each exercise with no rest in between. Wait 20 seconds and repeat the circuit twice. Wednesday, torch more fat by taking triple dose of that big C. Vitamin C has definitely multi-functions. Ascorbic acid is not just used to boost your immune system or to shield any skin allergies that you have. Vitamin C is also used to lose weight. According to research in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition, if you regularly consume 500 milligrams or more of vitamin C, it can help you burn 30% fatter while working out. So, starting today, treat your body with vitamin C-enriched food like citrus fruits, broccoli, and cantaloupe. Thursday, grab a friend and get into exercise session to drop weight. Having a friend to do workout sessions with you will not just help you lose weight faster, but you won't be able to notice the time that pass you by while you are doing exercises. Also, if you have Weight Loss Network, will help you get motivated in working out to speed up your slimming goal. It is easy to turn to someone whom you know just in case you are encountering some difficulties. Friday, colors can also make you slim. True enough, varieties of colorful fruit and vegetable can help you maintain a great figure or can help you speed up your slimming process. For sure you have heard of the old saying that goes like this: an apple a day will keep the doctor away, and so does pounds. An easy way to cut your calorie load is to fill up your diet with a range of fruits and vegetables. Your best bet is to follow the rainbow diet. Cereals will be best if they're added with blueberry, snack on apples, and load your lunchtime salad with carrots, tomatoes, and peppers. Saturday, inhale it and fight your cravings. Ever had the feeling of gobbling food whenever you are feeling stressed out? Most of the times, when you feel anxious or stressed out, your hunger shoot up as well. It is best to practice the yogic breathing to offset this. When you are relaxed, you do not experience much hunger pains as compared to when you are worried. Add the fact that when you are stressed out, you tend to cherry-pick sweet food. The loads of ice cream and chocolates increase when you are anxious. You can make rational choices on your food intake if you are relaxed. You can also do the 12-minute workout where you have to rest your right thumb near your right nostril, ring finger and pinky by your left nostril. Then you have to close the left side and inhale through the right for 4 counts. Finally, close your right nostril and hold for 4 counts, and open your left nostril and exhale through that side for 4 counts. Do the same cycle on the other side and continue alternating for about a minute, and soon you will forget that cookie craving of yours. Now you have completed your weekly calendar. Make sure that you stick with your plan and practice it religiously, and in no time, you will attain that great figure that you have yearned to get. This calendar of ours can be used as your guide if you are starting to take weight loss seriously. You can use this as the start of your weight loss efforts, and this can complement the other weight loss suggestions that you can get from this ebook. We are just starting, and on the next chapter, we list the most common diets that you can note in the market. High sugar in diet makes weight loss efforts futile. When you get into the thing of dieting and you are dead serious to get rid of those extra pounds, you must be certainly sure as well that you have to put a little sacrifice on other gratifying food. Sugar is the culprit of weight gain amongst the different types of foods. One should have a high sense of discipline in oneself in turning down to sweets and rich in sugar food. One should be aware of the food intake and the types and kinds of food being ingested in the mouth, as these foods would have a direct effect on your body, most especially for those women in diet and weight loss program. Awareness on the food taken in every day is very important. It is not only significant that one should only be conscious of the quantity of food taken in, but as well the quality. One should learn the different major food items, food contents, composition, and be aware of its immediate effects, the pros and cons of each individual food. Sugar or high sugar in food does not only cause a person to gain weight quickly and easily, but the fact that high sugar in one's diet can also pose health threats to a person. It is also the culprit in diabetic attacks. Different health ailments and conditions are directly linked and caused by high sugar or rich in sugar diet. Being aware and mindful of the details of the food which one eats will not only help the person lose weight, but as well prevent pending, debilitating health conditions. The following are the foods which are high and rich in sugar content that would be detrimental in one's health, and as well makes dieting and weight loss efforts futile. White flour. One should be conscious of food made of white flour. White flour will make your blood sugar rise as much as what the refined sugar can do. And when you get too much of the white flour, then your intestines are the ones that will definitely suffer. There will be intestinal infections that can be attributed to the consumption of white flour. White flour is hard to chew, too much pressure on the digestive system, and this is low on fiber. The following are the examples of food items that may contribute to your weight that are made from white flour will include A. Bread. B. Cakes and pastries. C. Pastas. Moderation is the key if you really want to eat food items like these. It is also important to note that any food items that are made from flour have no nutritional value at all, and these things may only cause more harm than good to your body, so be aware of these things. Carbonated drinks. It is a known fact that soda and carbonated drinks do more bad things than good, And these drinks also deliver the extra pounds for the person. A can of your favorite soda will contain 15 teaspoons of sugar, 150 empty calories. Caffeine plus, the drink is also loaded with lots of artificial colors and flavoring. You need to be aware of the fact that drinks of this kind is dangerous too, since this may contain artificial sweeteners. French fries and donuts. These forms of food can add extra pounds as well. French fries and donuts are now known and classified as junk foods. These food items are nice and very delicious to eat, but remember that these can be your enemy when you are planning to slim down. French fries and the donuts are deep-fried starches. Before these food items are fried, these are your simple sugars, and the moment these are fried, then their nutritional value is then lowered once again. You also need to remember that all fried foods will contain a number of things that may do harm for your body and your health. Commercial energy bars. Commercial energy bars can also help you gain extra weight. Replacement bars are getting the attention now since most people are looking for quick energy and quick fix. And these commercial energy bars deliver what people want. These energy bars can give you that quick energy boost. But in terms of nutritional value, these energy bars don't really deliver on their promise. Almost all of these energy bars have high sugar content. At times, you can find energy bars that may contain some nutrients, but this is rare. High sugar cereals. You can also gain extra pounds on high sugar cereals. Those cereals are basically known to be beneficial and can be a good source of nutrition due to its high fiber content, but having high sugar on which would convert its benefit to a disadvantage. For this reason, you need to consume these food items sparingly. Some of the more popular breakfast cereals are often packed with the simple sugars that can give you that much needed boost. But in the long run, this can give you more health troubles than good. Cookies and candies. These are foods which cause for weight gain. These products are often full of sugar. These products may contain sugar at high levels. Ice cream and desserts. Ice cream and desserts can also add up the extra pounds on your weight. These foods are also indulged in sugar and starch, which can quickly make you gain extra pounds. These foods should be eaten sparingly. The foods or types of food mentioned above are definitely some of the most common foods which should be eaten sparingly, and as much as possible to be avoided, most especially by women on diet or weight loss regimen. These are the food items that are rich in sugar, and as such you need to stay away from these food items. If you stay away from these food items, then your slimming efforts can go on smoothly. You will no longer need to exert too much effort, or you need to revert to medications just to get the results that you want. By knowing these things, and by avoiding these food items, then you can say that your weight loss efforts can go on with less issues and less hurdles. Not only one would get and have an effective diet regimen, but as well would live a healthy lifestyle. South Beach diet: the way to lose weight. In this modern era where everyone is conscious of their physique and health, people would resort by all means just to have a fit body and a healthy lifestyle. In talking about gender, and to compare dieting and being conscious as to the weight and shape, women would be much on the edge on this. Women also are the ones who gain weight easily and quickly due to many considerations and factors as well. With this reality, diet comes to mind. There are many modes and known diet programs anywhere and everywhere in the world. Much more with this, each would also claim that theirs would be much more effective, and effects are sustainable and lifetime in an aspect. In this ebook, we will be talking about a known mode of dieting, most especially with women. South Beach diet will be discussed thoroughly here. South Beach diet is a famous diet plan that is designed by cardiologist Arthur Agatston and dietitian Marie Ullman. This diet was designed to act as an alternative to other popular diet programs out in the market. The initial purpose of the diet program is to prevent heart disease, but its appeal has transcended that, and right now this diet is considered as one of the most popular and one of the most effective. The system and the idea of this type of diet are simple. In the simplest sense, this diet will replace the bad carbohydrates and the bad fats with the good carbohydrates and the good fats. For women who want to slim down with the use of this diet program, then it should be noted that they should be of the age 20 or up. The diet program is divided into 3 phases, and each of these phases will progressively become liberal. The phase 1 of the diet programs will last for 2 weeks of the diet program. The South Beach diet is characterized by 3 phases. First phase. On this phase, sugars, processed carbohydrates, and fruits are taken out of the system. The purpose of this stage of the diet program is to eliminate the hunger cycle, and this can deliver weight loss in the person. Second phase. The second phase of the diet program will continue as long as the person wants to lose weight. In this stage, fruits and vegetables are now reintroduced into the diet. Third phase. The third phase of the diet program is called as the maintenance phase. This now will last for life. If one would say that this diet program can adopt and can last for life, then this should be taken seriously. This kind of diet will call for time and attention. One of the good things about this diet is that you will be given the chance to dine out and at the same time eat well. And you can make it happen by following some simple rules, and you need to stick by the principles of the diet program. It really would not matter if you are a busy career woman who lacks spare time for diet. This type of diet program would make dieting attainable and doable, even for busy and career women. But in order for a diet program to be working and effective, then one should need to know the importance of compliance and obedience to the certain and specific ground rules of this diet program in order for one to really see the effect of which. The following are the specific ground rules to consider when one is on a South Beach diet program. When dining out with friends in best restaurants, then you need to consider the unprocessed, the unrefined carbohydrates like your whole grains, the whole fruits, and fresh leafy vegetables. These are the things that you should select in order to stay and toe the line of the diet program. In dining out, then, you should also focus on lots of lean protein like the protein from chicken, fish, and some cuts of meat. You should also prioritize the low-fat dairy and the reduced-fat cheese. One should carefully select the food items that are rich in good fats. Foods rich in good fats would be fishes, avocados, and nuts. Also make sure that the dishes that you will eat are prepared with the use of the healthy oils like your olive oil or canola oil. Definitely, you should say no to the food items that are high in saturated fat, like the fatty cuts of bacon and beef. If possible, you also need to stay away from processed meats, like your salami. Make sure that you eat food items that are rich in fiber. Fiber can be sourced from your fruits, vegetables, and nuts. Other food items that are rich in fiber include white bread, cakes, and white rice. It is also important to avoid added sugar. Cola drinks should be avoided. Also, be aware of the hidden sugars that you can find in dressings and the food sauces. If dining out cannot be avoided, and if it comes occasionally, then just be mindful of the following strategies on how to effectively battle on high sugar and high-fat temptation. Here would be some of the list of the best strategies that you can use when you are dining and eating out. Here are some of the wise suggestions. Have a protein snack before a date. When you do this, then at least your appetite can be tempered, and you will no pig out on the food items that will be served in your favorite restaurants. You can eat a hard-boiled egg, or you can have a piece of cheese right before you leave your home. At least by doing this, you will not be tempted to order and eat a lot when you are out. Set aside the bread basket, the chips, and all that stuff. These food choices that you normally order in the past all contain ingredients that body will not like. These will contain bad and unrefined carbohydrates, and if you eat food items like these, then these can give you that immediate boost, yet in the long run will only allow you to become hungrier. If this is already served in your table, as much as possible try to ignore this basket, since this will not do your slimming efforts well. Ordering soup can be a good thing. It is wise to order a cup of soup the moment you are seated in your table. Now consume this soup right before you take your meal. If you are planning to get your soup, consider the soup that is rich in vegetables and make sure that the soup that you will get is not cream-based. Or what you can do is to order just the clear broth. The nice thing about the soup that you will order is that this will fill your tummy up, and as such your hunger will be tempered, and you will not be tempted to eat that much the moment the food is served in your table. And the nice thing in ordering and consuming your soup is that this will send that message to your brain that you are eating, and you will feel full soon. And since it takes roughly 20 minutes for the message to travel by the time the meal arrives, then you are already satisfied, and the craving is now gone. In case there would be a need to order for extra, then it would be best if you can ask for extra veggies instead of starches. In many cases, when you dine out, the main course will often come with starchy side dishes. For example, you will be given mashed potatoes. Remember that food items like these one is not good for you if you are under the South Beach diet. If you are going to ask for something extra, then it is suggested that you get vegetables instead. You can go for string beans or broccoli, and consider these as healthy extras on your plate. Consider dishes that are cooked the healthier way. Look for healthier cooking methods, and prioritize these, as these can help you lose those extra pounds. And along this line, it is always a recommended move if you can get away from the food items that come battered and fried. And if the food items do come with the rich butter sauce, then just ask for these on the site. Consider the healthier cooking options. For example, you can go for roasted, broiled, and grilled food items. Cooking options like these offer less fats and will not introduce fats that will not help you in your weight loss efforts. Consider alcoholic drink as not part of the plan, but if you cannot really help it, then it is suggested that you just have a drink or two. If the waiter asks for something to drink, then better stick with a glass of water, or you can go for diet soda. You can also go for a glass of wine, red or white wine, if you really want a taste of good life. Don't scrimp on the dessert, please. You can also go for dessert. All diets will also call for some amount of dessert. Life would be pretty boring without dessert, so don't deprive yourself. Add some fun to your weight loss efforts. Remember these ground rules related to the South Beach diet. Once you are aware of these ground rules, then it will be easier for you to follow the diet program, and it will be easier for you slim down and cut down those extra pounds. Commonly, a fact that regular eating and dining out can add up on extra pounds. It is most true when you are not paying attention to what you are eating. Then this cannot help you in your weight loss efforts. So, if you are one of those women who wants to slim down and to lose some weight yet loves eating and dining out, then it is important that you are guided with some of the best strategies and techniques when you go out and dine in your favorite restaurants. Some weight loss healthy tips and exercise as best advised. Now that you know some of the weight loss efforts and suggestions, it's that stage wherein you also need to realize that you need some form of exercise. Exercise is an important component to any weight loss efforts. And when you happen to check all the other leading dieting and weight loss programs out there, you will note a single thread that will govern all these weight loss efforts. All of these programs and weight loss efforts will always include a complete exercise regimen. Exercise will definitely help in your efforts to lose weight and to maintain the desired weight. Suggested exercise for weight loss. Cardio exercises. These exercises will deliver the goods, but the bad news is that most women tend to do it the wrong way. Remember that when you do this too much, then you risk different forms of injuries. Another mistake is doing the exercises at low intensity. And finally, some women tend to neglect the other parts of the programs. Others skips the strength training and flexibility just to focus on the cardio. The important key here is to balance the exercise program. Strength training, you don't need to be afraid of the heavy weights. This kind of training can also help women who want to lose weight and maintain weight. Strength training is not only suited for men, but for women as well. This kind of training or exercise would help the body tone each muscle parts of the body, thus creating a good shape and contour of the body. One just has to remember that no matter how good the suggestions and the tips are on how one can lose those extra pounds, if these are not backed by exercise, then efforts will be futile. Exercise would perfectly complement any diet program. Living a good, healthy habit is not just what one should do. The importance of a regular exercise is vital to life.